So we've been getting a lot of questions about sharing those big goals you've been working on. And, like, should you be telling everyone? Should you be keeping it to yourself? And, a listener actually sent in this YouTube video that kind of flips the script on that whole idea.
Right.
It's called Don't Tell Everyone Your Story, inspired by Jack Ma from Laura Bayless Motivations.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It is. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it really does challenge that whole, shout your dreams from the rooftops idea.
It does. It really makes you think twice about, like, why would keeping things quiet be better for reaching your goals?
Yeah, because I think a lot of times we think, more support, more success, the more people you tell, the more people are going to back you up.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But this video dives into why that oversharing can actually backfire big time.
Yeah. Like you're putting so much energy out there just talking about it that you're not actually like doing it,
Exactly. Yeah. And then you're also inviting all of these opinions from people.
Oh my God.
that might not be, the best people to be getting advice from.
Right. And like some people who may not have any experience in the thing that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Will give you all sorts of advice.
Totally. Like imagine, okay, you're about to launch a new business, right?
Good.
You're so excited and you tell everyone in your family, everyone you work with, everyone.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're getting business advice from your great aunt who's never worked a day in her life,
Exactly. Exactly. Or like people who are, suddenly they're experts in your field when they've never even thought about it before.
Right. And it's not even just the bad advice, it's the pressure too. Right?
Oh, the pressure for sure.
Because now it's like you've created all this hype. You've told everyone you're going to do this thing.
Right.
So now you have to live up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got to live up to what you've sold everyone before you've even really started.
Before you even had a chance to figure it out.
Yeah. 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 You're already behind.
And the video even talks about, Jack Ma, he's like this entrepreneurial icon.
Huge, yeah.
When he was starting Alibaba, everyone thought he was crazy.
I bet, yeah.
Like, no one could see the potential of like, e-commerce in China back then.
Right.
And if he'd listened to all those naysayers, who knows if Alibaba would even exist today?
Yeah, it's wild to think about, like, what if he had listened to them?
Yeah.
We might not have, like, all the things that come from Alibaba.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I get that. Like, too much input can be a bad thing. But wouldn't working in total silence be, I don't know, kind of lonely?
I see what you mean.
And wouldn't you miss out on, like, some outside perspective?
Yeah.
Like, to keep you on track?
Right. I think it's not about total secrecy, though.
Okay.
It's more about, like, being choosy.
Yeah. Okay.
About who you share your goals with and when.
Okay. So like strategic sharing.
Exactly. Yeah. The video calls it strategic sharing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Strategic sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you know who to trust with those big dreams? Like I've definitely been in situations where I got advice that sounded great at the time, but looking back, it totally sent me down the wrong path.
I think we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the video talks about building a small, trusted circle.
Okay.
It's almost like your own personal board of directors,
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, people who believe in you and they can give you that constructive feedback, but they're not going to overwhelm you with all their opinions.
Right. So instead of shouting it from the rooftops, you're having these more focused conversations.
Exactly. You're sharing it with the right people.
Okay.
And at the right time.
Okay, so then another point the video makes, and I thought this was really interesting, it's that sometimes we overshare those plans because, deep down, we're scared of failing.
Yeah.
And we think that, like, if we tell everyone, then that public accountability will, like, force us to follow through.
Right, like if I tell everyone I'm going to do it, I have to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're trying to shame ourselves into success.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to let everyone down.
Right.
So I have to do it.
But is fear really, like, a good motivator, though?
That's the thing.
Like, doesn't it usually just lead to, I don't know, bad decisions?
Totally, yeah. Like, the video says fear is, like, the worst motivator because it clouds your judgment, You're not thinking clearly. You're just like...
Right, you're reacting.
Yeah, you're reacting and you end up making choices based on what other people think.
Yeah.
Not what you actually want to do.
And what actually resonates with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how do you overcome that fear? If you are keeping things quiet, what, like, keeps you going if it's not the pressure of everyone watching?
That's a good question. I think this is where the videos core message really comes in.
Okay.
It's about like letting your actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
You know, like let your achievements, your results be the validation.
Okay.
It's not about bragging about what you're going to do. It's about showing them what you did.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a certain power in that, right?
There is.
Like, imagine exceeding everyone's expectations
Right.
without having to, like, defend your plans beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just quietly crushing it.
Yeah, quietly crushing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
The video even has this quote. It says, let success speak for itself.
Let success speak for itself.
Yeah.
But then there's another layer to this whole keeping it quiet thing, and I think this might be one of the harder pills to swallow.
Okay. What's that?
You ready for this?
Yeah. Hit me.
Not everyone's going to be happy for you.
Oh.
Even if they say they are.
Right.
Like, there's a real possibility of attracting jealousy. And negativity.
Yeah.
When you share those goals too widely.
Oh, for sure.
So how do you protect yourself from that? Especially when you're just starting out and maybe you're feeling a bit, vulnerable.
That's tough, right? Because you do kind of want that support.
Yeah.
But I think the video's saying that by, keeping things close to the vest,
Okay.
you're also kind of shielding your vision from people who might not have your best interests at heart. It's not about being like paranoid, but it's about recognizing that not everyone's going to understand or support your journey.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then that makes me think about the times that you do need advice or feedback.
Right.
Like, how do you know when to break that silence and seek guidance?
Yeah.
I'm assuming the video is not saying just become a total hermit, right?
No. It's definitely not that.
Okay.
It's about balance. It's about
Okay.
choosing your moments. And remember that personal board of directors we talked about?
Yeah.
That's who you go to
Okay.
for that support and advice.
So it's like you're not cutting yourself off from the world.
Right.
You're just being really intentional about who you let into that inner circle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's kind of like, you wouldn't ask a plumber for advice on writing a novel.
Right.
Right. You want to go to the experts.
Totally. Yeah. You want advice from people who actually know what they're talking about.
Exactly. The same goes for your goals.
Okay.
Seek guidance from people who have actually done the thing you're trying to do.
So seek out those people who have walked the walk.
Yeah. Walk the walk.
Not just talk the talk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I like that.
And the video actually brings up Jack Ma again here.
Okay.
He had, a small trusted circle in the early days of Alibaba.
Mm-hmm.
People who, they didn't necessarily understand all the technical details.
Right.
But they believe in his vision and they offered him support when things got tough.
Okay, so they believed in him and they were there for him when he needed them.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were his cheerleaders.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this all ties together,
Yeah.
You're protecting your energy. You're focusing on execution.
Yeah.
You're being selective about who you let into that inner circle.
Exactly.
But doesn't that go against the whole idea of getting feedback though?
Right.
Isn't feedback crucial for improvement?
It is. But the video's encouraging you to be strategic about it.
Okay.
Don't just blast your half-baked ideas to everyone.
Right.
Wait until you have something, more concrete.
Okay.
And then get feedback from those trusted advisors.
So it's work in silence, refine your ideas,
Yeah.
and then get feedback from people will offer valuable insights.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Now this brings us to another point the video makes, and this one's a bit of a mind shift.
Ooh.
It argues that sometimes we announce our plans because we're actually afraid of being judged,
Yeah.
especially if we fail.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that fear of judgment. It's we're trying to preemptively defend ourselves against criticism.
Right. Hey, look, I'm doing this thing. Even if it doesn't work out, at least I tried.
Exactly. At least I put myself out there.
Yeah.
But then the video is well, what if we reframed our relationship with fear?
Ooh, interesting.
What if instead of letting it hold us back, we used it as fuel?
Ooh, that's good.
To propel us forward.
Yeah.
But how do you do that?
Right.
How do you turn fear into fuel?
That's the $1 million question, right?
Yeah, because I usually just end up frozen,
Yeah.
Unable to move forward at all.
Fear paralysis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, the video brings up, our friend Jack Ma again.
Okay.
He he wasn't afraid of failing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he embraced failure.
Okay.
Like as a necessary part of the journey.
Okay.
Remember all those times he was rejected, all the setbacks he faced,
Mm-hmm.
he viewed those as opportunities to learn, to adapt, to get better.
So it's like he was saying, okay, that didn't work. What can I learn from this and how can I do better next time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He wasn't like afraid to try things and have them not work out.
Right. And that's such a different way of looking at it because I think a lot of times we see failure as like, oh, well, I guess I should just give up.
Right. Right.
But he was like, no, this is just part of the process.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all part of the journey.
Okay. And that ties back into the power of working in silence, right?
Totally.
Because when you're not constantly worried about what other people think, you're free to like experiment, to make mistakes, to learn from them without, feeling judged.
Yeah, you can iterate, you can try different things, you can, fall flat on your face.
And no one has to see it.
Exactly.
Except for maybe your trusted inner circle.
Right. And they're there to support you.
Okay, so it's like you're creating the safe space for yourself to grow and develop without that pressure of having to like perform perfectly.
Exactly. Yeah, you can be messy, you can, make mistakes.
Be messy, make mistakes.
That's okay.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're giving yourself permission to play.
Oh, for sure.
To experiment, to think outside the box without worrying about what other people will think.
Exactly. And the video even has this great analogy for the creative process.
Okay, I'm always up for a good analogy.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Okay. So it compares the mind to a garden.
Okay. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of gardening.
Okay. So the idea is that if you're constantly bombarding your mind with information and distractions, it's like you're planting seeds in a garden that's already overgrown with weeds.
Okay.
The seeds don't have space to germinate and grow.
So it's like you need to like clear out those weeds to make space for the new ideas to take root.
Exactly. And that's where silence comes in.
Okay.
It's like weeding the garden of your mind.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Weeding the garden of your mind.
By creating space for quiet reflection. You're allowing those seeds of creativity to sprout and flourish.
I love that visual. I'm like picturing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're creating a like fertile inner landscape.
Yeah, exactly.
Where those new ideas can thrive.
Yeah, you're giving them the space they need.
Okay.
Okay,
this is making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, okay, we're working in silence, we're getting rid of all the distractions, we're focused.
Right.
But at some point, you have to like put yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
You have to share your work with the world.
Right.
So how do you balance that?
Yeah, that's a great point. And the video actually acknowledges that tension.
Okay.
That balance between working in silence and sharing your work.
Yeah.
But it offers a really interesting perspective on this.
Okay. What's the perspective?
So it suggests that when we focus on creating work that's truly exceptional,
Okay.
the world will take notice.
Okay.
It's like a magnet. When you're putting out work that's authentic and meaningful and impactful,
Okay.
it will naturally attract the right people and opportunities.
Okay. So it's not about chasing attention or trying to like force things to happen.
Yeah.
It's about letting your work speak for itself.
Exactly.
And then people will come to you.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll be drawn to it.
Okay. And isn't that like, there's some wisdom tradition that says something similar to that?
Yeah. There's a saying in Taoism, the best way to get things done is to be inconspicuous.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, it's about like not being shy or withdrawn,
right?
But it's about channeling your energy into creating something truly remarkable.
Okay.
That will naturally attract attention.
So, let the work speak for itself and people will come knocking.
Exactly.
Okay, and didn't Jack Ma like embody this?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because when Alibaba first started, like, gaining traction, people were surprised, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't believe that this, like, small team of underdogs had built one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world.
Like, came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
And it wasn't because they were out there, like, boasting about their plans or, trying to get on magazine covers.
Right.
They were just quietly working behind the scenes.
Yeah, heads down, building the thing.
Building this extraordinary thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what ultimately made their success so impactful. Right? It wasn't like hype or marketing that propelled them to the top. It was the sheer force of their vision and their unwavering dedication.
Okay, so it's like actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
And sometimes the most effective way to stand out is to focus on doing the work rather than trying to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, let the work speak for itself.
Yeah, I love that.
And, this actually connects to a concept that's been getting a lot of attention in recent years.
Okay.
The power of deep work.
Ooh, okay, deep work, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. Remind me.
Okay, so it's basically the idea of focusing on cognitively demanding tasks for extended periods of time.
Okay.
Without distractions.
Okay, so like no phone, no email, no social media.
Exactly. It's about creating that space for deep focus.
And that aligns with everything we've been talking about, right?
Totally, yeah. The video's emphasis on silence aligns perfectly with that principle.
So it's not just about like keeping your goals to yourself. It's about creating an environment that allows you to do like your best work.
Exactly. And that might mean setting boundaries around your time and attention. Minimizing distractions, learning to say no to things that don't align with your priorities.
So it's about being intentional with your energy and focusing on what truly matters.
Exactly.
Then I think this idea of deep work, it can apply to any field, right?
Oh, totally, yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're an artist, an entrepreneur, a scientist, that ability to focus deeply is essential for producing like high quality work.
Absolutely.
So it's not just a like productivity hack.
Right.
It's a fundamental skill for success.
Yeah. It's a way of being.
Yeah, it's a way of being in the world. Okay.
And the video's emphasis on silence offers like a really powerful framework for cultivating that skill.
Okay.
So by embracing silence, we can create the space we need to do our best work, to think deeply, to innovate, to create something truly meaningful.
That's a really inspiring message.
It is.
It's like, don't worry about the noise and the distractions. Focus on doing the work that matters.
Yeah.
And the rest will fall into place.
Exactly. And, the video actually ends with a really powerful call to action.
Okay, I'm ready for the call to action.
Okay. So it challenges us to shift our focus from talking about our plans to actually taking action.
Okay.
So instead of announcing our next big move, it encourages us to channel that energy into taking the first concrete step towards it.
So don't wait for the perfect moment.
Right.
Don't wait for the perfect plan.
Yeah.
Just take action.
Yeah, just start, even if it's a small step.
Okay, so even if it's imperfect.
Yeah.
Even if you're afraid, just take that first step.
Exactly. The video reminds us that, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that first step can be the most powerful of all. Yeah. Because it sets us in motion.
So you're breaking free from those old patterns, from the inertia, and you're stepping into this new reality that's aligned with your dreams.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that.
So, we've talked about the importance of working hard, working smart.
Yeah.
But what about the role of passion?
Oh, passion.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's the fuel that keeps us going when things get tough.
Right, it's what lights us up.
Yeah. And the video actually addresses this directly.
Okay.
It suggests that passion isn't something that just happens to us.
Okay.
It's something we cultivate.
Okay, so how do you cultivate passion?
That's a good question. The video encourages us to explore our interests.
Okay.
To try new things, to connect with the deeper why behind our goals.
So find something that like truly lights you up.
Yeah, something that makes you, excited to get out of bed in the morning.
Okay, and that might take some experimentation, right?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Because you might have to try a few different things before you discover what truly resonates with you.
Exactly.
But once you find that spark, it's like...
it ignites a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can fuel your work for years to come.
Yeah. It's like that saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. And didn't Jack Ma kind of like exemplify this?
Oh, he did. Yeah. Like before he started Alibaba, he was an English teacher.
Okay.
And he was good at it. But he wasn't truly passionate about it.
Okay. So what changed?
Well, it was a trip to the United States.
Okay.
In the early 1990s. And he was exposed to the internet for the first time.
Okay.
And he saw the incredible potential it had to connect people and businesses around the world.
Oh, so it was like that aha moment.
Yeah, that spark of inspiration.
Yep.
And it ignited a passion within him that would drive him to build, one of the most successful companies in the world.
It's amazing to think about like how a simple trip
can
have such a profound impact on someone's life.
It can.
And it shows you that, like, you never know where inspiration might strike.
Yeah, be open to it.
Be open to it, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And, the video, it encourages us to be open to those moments.
Okay.
To be curious, to explore, to never stop learning.
Because you never know what might, spark your next great adventure.
Exactly.
Okay, and then the video gives a really helpful tip for cultivating passion.
Okay, what's that?
It says to surround yourself with people who are passionate about their own work.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because that enthusiasm is contagious, right?
Totally. Yeah, when you're around people who are excited about what they're doing, it can be incredibly inspiring.
Okay.
It can remind you of the power of passion and encourage you to pursue your own dreams with more vigor. Okay, so you're feeding your own passion by connecting with the energy and enthusiasm of others.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to be intentional about the company you keep.
Okay.
Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you, who challenge you to be your best self.
So it's not just about the work you do, it's about the people you share that journey with.
Exactly.
I like that.
And that brings us to another important aspect of success that the video touches on.
Yep.
The role of mindset.
Okay, mindset.
Yeah.
So we've talked about, working hard, working smart, cultivating passion.
Yeah.
But how does mindset fit into all of this?
So the video suggests that our mindset can either support us or sabotage us on our journey to success.
Okay, so our thoughts and beliefs can actually impact our outcome.
Exactly. And, there's a growing body of research that supports this idea. Studies have shown that people with a growth mindset are more likely to achieve their goals than those with a fixed mindset.
Okay, remind me, what's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset?
Okay, so a fixed mindset believes that our abilities are predetermined.
Okay.
That we're either born with talent or we're not. Okay. A growth mindset, on the other hand, believes that our abilities can be developed through effort and learning.
Okay, so someone with a fixed mindset might, give up easily when faced with a challenge.
Yeah.
Whereas someone with a growth mindset would see it as like an opportunity to learn and grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the video encourages us to cultivate a growth mindset.
Okay.
To embrace challenges, to see setbacks as opportunities for learning, and to never stop striving to improve.
It's like saying, don't let fear of failure hold you back. Embrace the journey and trust that you have the capacity to learn and grow along the way.
Exactly. And, the video actually offers some really practical tips for developing a growth mindset.
Okay, give me some tips.
Okay, so, one tip is to reframe your self-talk.
Okay.
So instead of saying things like, I'm not good at this, or I'll never be able to do that, try saying things like, I'm still learning, or I can get better at this with practice.
Oh, so you're changing the language. You're shifting from a language of limitation to a language of possibility.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the video also encourages us to seek out feedback.
Okay.
From others, and to be open to constructive criticism.
Okay, so don't be afraid to ask for feedback.
Yeah, and use that feedback as a tool for growth, rather than seeing it as a personal attack.
Okay.
And it's important to remember that even the most successful people in the world have had to overcome challenges and setbacks.
Okay, so they didn't get to where they are by being perfect.
No.
They got there by being persistent, by learning from their mistakes, and by never giving up on their dreams.
Exactly.
And that brings us back to the video's emphasis on resilience.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Totally.
It's not about avoiding failure.
Right.
It's about developing the ability to bounce back from it.
Yeah, to come back stronger. Yeah.
Okay, so see challenges as opportunities rather than as roadblocks.
Exactly. And, the video actually shares a really inspiring story.
Okay.
About Jack Ma's own resilience.
Okay, hit me with it.
So before he founded Alibaba,
he
applied to Harvard Business School 10 times.
10 times?
10 times.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of rejection.
It is. But But here's the thing. He didn't let those rejections define him.
Okay.
He kept applying, he kept learning, and he eventually found a path to success that was even more fulfilling than he had imagined.
Wow. That's really incredible.
It is.
Okay, so the path to success isn't always linear?
It's not, there might be detours and setbacks along the way.
Yeah.
But as long as you keep moving forward,
okay,
you'll eventually reach your destination.
I like that. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay, and that actually brings us to another important aspect of success.
Right.
That the video highlights.
Okay.
The role of patience.
Oh, patience. Yeah, that's a big one.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
So we've talked about, working hard, working smart, cultivating passion, developing a growth mindset.
Right.
But where does patience fit into all of this?
Well, the video suggests that success often takes time. It's not about overnight results. It's about consistent effort over a sustained period of time.
So playing the long game.
Exactly, yeah, playing the long game.
Rather than, looking for those quick wins, those instant results.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah, which is hard.
It is. Especially in, a world that's obsessed with speed and instant results.
Right, everything's got to be fast.
Yeah. Yeah, but the video reminds us that some things just take time to develop.
It's like planting a seed. You can't rush the growth.
Exactly.
You have to nurture it, give it the right conditions, and then patiently wait for it to sprout and blossom.
Exactly. And the video actually uses that very analogy.
Okay.
It compares building a successful business or achieving any meaningful goal to growing a tree.
Okay, so you got to tend to it, nourish it, give it time to reach its full potential.
Exactly. And that requires patience.
Okay.
It requires a willingness to trust the process, even when you don't see immediate results.
Okay, so believe that if you keep showing up and doing the work, the results will eventually follow.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the video's emphasis on silence.
Okay.
It's not just about keeping your goals to yourself. It's about creating a space for patience to flourish.
So silence that inner critic.
Yeah, that voice that's constantly saying, like, why isn't this happening faster? Or am I doing this right?
Right. Am I good enough?
Yeah. All those doubts and fears.
Okay.
So by embracing silence, we can create a space for inner peace and trust.
Okay.
Which are essential for cultivating patience.
So it's about surrendering to the process.
Yeah.
Knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect timing.
Exactly.
Okay. And the video gives like a really helpful tip for cultivating patience.
Okay.
It says to celebrate those small victories.
Oh, yeah.
Along the way.
That's a good one.
Because it's so easy to get caught up in the big picture.
Right.
That we forget to acknowledge like the progress we're making.
Exactly. Yeah. So by taking the time to celebrate our accomplishments, no matter how small.
Okay.
We reinforce our belief in ourselves.
Okay.
And our ability to achieve our goals.
Like we're giving ourselves like positive reinforcement.
Totally. Yeah.
Which can help us to like stay motivated.
Yeah.
Especially when the journey's long.
Yeah. It's like those small wins can keep us going.
Yeah. And they remind us that we're making progress.
Yeah.
Even when it's not always obvious.
Right. You're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Even if it's slow.
So it's about acknowledging like the effort, the dedication, the small steps that are leading us towards our ultimate destination.
Exactly. And the video actually suggests another helpful strategy for cultivating patience.
Okay. What is it?
Focusing on the present moment.
Oh, okay. Mindfulness.
Yeah.
Mindfulness. Okay.
Yeah. So we've talked about the benefits of mindfulness, but how does it relate to patience?
Yeah. How does it fit in?
So the video suggests that when we're constantly focused on the future, we can become anxious and impatient.
Okay.
We're so fixated on what we want to achieve that we miss the beauty and the joy of the present moment.
Okay, so shift your attention from what you want to have to what you're experiencing right now.
Exactly. And by bringing our attention to the present moment, we can calm our minds, we can reduce stress.
Okay.
And we can cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we already have.
So it's like instead of dwelling on on the things that are missing.
Right.
You're focusing on the good things that are already in your life.
Exactly. And that shift in perspective can be incredibly powerful.
Okay.
It can help us to appreciate the journey.
Okay.
Rather than just focusing on the destination.
Yeah. Find joy in the process.
Yeah.
Not just like the outcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, the video actually ends with a really beautiful message.
Okay.
About the power of silence and the importance of finding peace within ourselves.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that.
Okay. So it suggests that in the silence, we can connect with our true selves, with our intuition, with our inner wisdom.
Okay. So it's not just about being quiet externally. It's about like creating that space for inner stillness and reflection.
Exactly. And that's where we can find the clarity, the guidance, and the strength we need to navigate life's challenges.
Okay.
And achieve our goals.
So it's like tapping into that source of wisdom and power that's always available to us if we just like take the time to listen.
Exactly. And, that brings us back to the video's central message.
Okay.
Silence is a superpower.
Silence is a superpower.
It is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a superpower that allows us to, to focus, to create, to connect with ourselves and others, and to live more meaningful and fulfilling lives.
Exactly. And, the video actually offers a really practical way to cultivate that superpower.
Okay. I'm all about practical tips. Tell me, how do we tap into the power of silence?
So it encourages us to incorporate moments of silence into our daily lives.
Okay.
That might mean spending a few minutes each morning.
Okay.
In meditation or a quiet reflection.
So like create a ritual, a practice.
Yeah. A practice that allows us to connect with that inner stillness.
And it doesn't have to be a big thing, right?
No. It can be as simple as just, 5 minutes of quiet time.
It's creating a pause.
Yeah, pause. A space for our minds to settle and for our inner wisdom to emerge.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
And in those moments of silence, we can also become more aware of our thoughts and feelings.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's not just about quieting the mind.
Yeah.
It's about, developing a deeper understanding of ourselves.
So we can observe those thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Right.
And then we gain those insights
Exactly.
into what's driving our behavior.
Yeah, what's holding us back,
Yeah, so we're becoming more conscious of our internal world.
Exactly.
And then that allows us to make more intentional choices.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important benefit of silence that the video highlights.
Okay.
Increased creativity.
Oh. Okay, so how does silence boost creativity?
Okay, so the video suggests that when we're constantly bombarded with information and stimulation, our minds become cluttered. And it's difficult for new ideas to emerge.
Okay, so we need to like declutter. We need to create that space.
Yeah, we need to create space for those creative sparks to ignite.
Okay, so quiet the external noise and distraction.
Yeah.
So that we can, let our imaginations run wild.
Exactly. Create a space for our imaginations to wander.
Okay.
And for new possibilities to arrive.
So we're giving our minds permission to play, to explore, to discover new connections.
Exactly. And, there's actually a growing body of research that supports this idea. Studies have shown that spending time in nature, engaging in mindfulness practices, and simply taking breaks from technology.
Right. Putting the phone down?
Yeah, putting the phone down. All of that can boost creativity.
So it's not just about sitting in a quiet room.
Right.
It's about creating those opportunities for our minds to rest and recharge.
Exactly. And those moments of rest and rejuvenation are essential for creativity.
Okay.
They allow us to tap into a deeper source of inspiration and to approach our work with fresh eyes.
Okay, so we've talked about the benefits of silence for focus, for inner peace, for creativity.
Yeah.
But what about like relationships?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Does silence have a role to play in our interactions with others?
That's a great question, and the video actually touches on this.
Right.
It suggests that silence can be just as important in our relationships as it is in our personal lives.
Okay, so how can silence strengthen our relationships?
Well, the video encourages us to practice active listening.
Okay.
Which involves, being fully present with the other person and listening without interrupting or judging.
So creating a space for the other person to feel heard and understood.
Exactly. And that space is often created through silence.
So resist that urge to fill the silence with our own thoughts and opinions and just be present with the other person.
Exactly. And that kind of deep listening can be incredibly powerful.
Okay.
It can create a sense of connection and intimacy.
Okay.
That's often missing in our fast-paced, technology-driven world.
It's like we're saying to the other person, like, you are important to me.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. I'm listening.
Exactly. And the video actually suggests another way that silence can strengthen our relationships.
Okay. Tell me more.
So it encourages us to use silence as an opportunity for reflection and self-awareness. Okay, so before responding to someone, especially in a heated or emotional situation, it suggests that we take a moment to pause and consider our own thoughts and feelings.
Okay, so create that space between stimulus and response.
Exactly.
Which allows us to respond more thoughtfully rather than just reacting impulsively.
Absolutely. And that can make a world of difference in our relationships.
Oh yeah.
When we're able to respond from a place of calm and clarity, we're less likely to say or do things that we'll later regret.
Right. So much wiser.
Yeah. Wiser, more compassionate, more understanding.
Oh, okay. So working in silence, it's not just about achieving our goals. It's about becoming more mindful, more intentional, more connected in all areas of our lives.
That's a great way to put it. It's about, creating a more harmonious relationship with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us.
Oh, this has been like such an eye-opening conversation.
It has.
I feel like we've gone like way beyond just unpacking a YouTube video.
Yeah.
We've really dived deep into like some fundamental principles for living a more fulfilling and successful life.
I agree. And what I find so inspiring about the video is that it doesn't just offer advice. It invites us to embark on a journey of self-discovery.
It's like a roadmap.
Yeah.
Guiding us towards like a more intentional and authentic way of being.
Exactly. And one thing that really resonated with me was the video's emphasis on trusting the process.
Oh yeah, trusting the process. That's so important.
It is.
Especially when things get challenging or when we don't see like immediate results.
Absolutely. The video reminds us that growth and transformation take time.
Okay.
Just like a seed needs time to germinate and grow.
Right.
We need to be patient with ourselves and trust that the process of unfolding is happening, even when we can't see it.
It's like we're planting those seeds in the darkness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nurturing them with our efforts, our intentions, and trusting that they will eventually blossom into something beautiful.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And, the video actually offers a really helpful practice for cultivating that trust in the process.
Okay. I'm always up for trying new practices. So tell me, what is it?
It's called visualization.
Visualization. Okay. It's like imagining yourself achieving your goals.
Exactly. But the video suggests that visualization is most powerful when it's multisensory.
Multisensory. What does that mean?
It means engaging all of your senses.
Okay.
So instead of just seeing yourself achieving your goal, you also feel it, you hear it, you smell it, you taste it.
Wow, I've never thought about visualization that way.
Yeah.
How does that make it more powerful?
Well, the idea is that by engaging all of your senses, you're creating a more vivid and realistic experience in your mind. And the more real it feels, the more likely you are to believe that it's possible.
So it's like you're tricking your brain into believing that it's already happened.
Yeah, kind of.
Which then makes it more likely to actually happen in reality.
Exactly. And the video even offers like a few tips.
Okay.
For creating effective visualizations.
Okay, give me a tip.
Okay, so one tip is to find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed.
Okay.
Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and then Start to imagine yourself achieving your goal.
And engage all those senses.
Yes. What does it look like?
What does it sound like?
What does it feel like?
What does it smell like?
Exactly. Make it as real and as vivid as possible.
Okay.
And the video suggests that you do this visualization practice every day for at least 5 minutes.
Okay, so another daily practice.
Yeah, another tool for the toolkit.
Add it to the toolkit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and the video connects this idea of visualization to the power of belief.
Oh yeah, belief. That's a big one.
It is a big one. So we've talked about the importance of believing in ourselves.
Right.
But how does visualization like strengthen that belief?
Well, the video suggests that visualization is a powerful way to reprogram our subconscious minds.
Okay.
So when we repeatedly visualize ourselves achieving our goals, we start to believe that it's possible.
Okay.
And that belief can then fuel our actions.
Okay.
And help us to manifest our dreams into reality.
So we're planting those seeds of belief within ourselves. We're nurturing them with our visualizations and trusting that they will eventually blossom into the reality we desire.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And the video actually offers a really inspiring message about the power of belief.
Okay, I'm ready for an inspiring message. What is it?
So it suggests that belief is the key that unlocks our potential.
Okay.
When we believe in ourselves, when we believe in our dreams, anything is possible.
So we're giving ourselves permission to dream big.
Yeah.
To step outside of our comfort zones and create a life that's truly extraordinary.
Exactly. And the video actually challenges us to ask ourselves a really powerful question.
Okay, I love a good question. Hit me with it.
Okay, so it asks, what do you believe is possible for yourself?
Ooh, that is a powerful question.
It is.
It's like an invitation to really examine our own, limiting beliefs, and to challenge ourselves to dream bigger, to imagine a future that's even more expansive than we thought possible.
Exactly. And the video suggests that the answer to that question is the key to unlocking our full potential.
So if we believe that anything is possible, then anything truly is possible.
That's the message. And I find that incredibly inspiring.
You too. Me too. It's a reminder that we have the power to create the lives we want. It's up to us to decide what we believe is possible.
Absolutely. And the video actually ends with a really beautiful call to action.
Okay, I'm ready for the call to action. Let's hear it.
So it encourages us to take that first step.
Okay.
To start moving towards the lives we want to create.
Okay.
It's a reminder that we don't have to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan.
Okay.
We can start now.
Okay.
Even if it's just a small step.
So take action, even if it's imperfect, even if we're afraid.
Exactly. The video reminds us that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that first step can be the most powerful of all. Okay. Because it sets us in motion.
So we're breaking free from the inertia of our old patterns and habits and stepping into a new reality.
Yeah, a reality that's aligned with our dreams.
A reality that's aligned with our dreams. Okay, I love that.
And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Me too. So to recap, you've learned about the power of silence, the importance of strategy, and the transformative potential of working towards your goals with intention, focus, and maybe a little less noise.
What will you achieve in the silence?
That's a powerful question for our listeners to ponder. We hope this deep dive has sparked some new ideas and inspired you to take action. Until next time, keep diving deep, and remember, silence can be your superpower.